Hello and welcome to this OpenTX quick tip. Now this is a quick tip for a gentleman called Lars. Now Lars got in touch with me as he was having a problem. On his particular radio, he is having a lot of difference between where the middle position of the controls are being read for aileron, elevator, pitch, throttle when he is outside in sub-zero freezing temperatures as opposed to when he's sat at his desk. And it's becoming very annoying for him because at the desk he can get it all set up and trimmed so the middle channel positions are exactly 1500. Works beautifully on the simulator, and then when he goes out and he's talking about some very cold weather here, so that's probably part of the problem, the change in temperature is causing the middle channel values of the pots or the Hall effect sensors, I guess they would be, on his Radio Master radio to drift a little bit, anything up to 2 or 3%. Now, for most of us, we would probably not even notice that, and we'd probably just kind of fly with it. And this is kind of going back to what I talked about with the winter flying tips. You do have to be aware that this is the case. Electronics, when they get cold, potentially will behave differently than when they are warm. Things like resistance in particular tends to change as the temperature changes. So if you have very tightly controlled oscillators and things like that rely on very accurate resistors to keep that frequency spot on, then as those components get really cold or get really hot, then things like resistance changes and those frequencies wander out. Now, interestingly, Lars is talking about the fact that it seems to happen less on his Tyrannus, but those are those beautiful M9 Hall effect gimbals. Modern Hall effect gimbals, it used to mean that Hall effect meant that they were the creme de la creme of gimbals. It doesn't really mean that these days. They're mass produced and they're not the same quality. But this video is for Lars and other people who have that situation where they may have a model where they have different instances where they want different trims. So in this one, let me show you, Lars, how I would set it up to get around this. There's loads of things you can try and do, replace the gimbals and stuff, but for me, I just have one set of trims for when I'm at my desk in room temperature playing on the simulator, and I'd have another setting for when I'm at the field and it's really cold, and I would kind of keep those trims separate so that they're going to be more or less where I need them to be, and it might need a little tweak, but it'll save you a lot of the messing about. So the cool thing is in OpenTX, you actually have multiple sets of trims. And the trick is, if you look in flight modes, here you can see that each of the flight modes can actually have their own trim, use the trim from another flight mode, or you can even kind of compound them together and use them as an offset. So what I would do is I would set up something that's going to change the flight modes. So for example, I would have this one as something like simulator, and I would have this one as something like normal. And the simulator one, I don't know, maybe put it in a particular switch, maybe. So now what happens when SA is in the back position, we're in normal mode. This is us at the field. We can adjust our trims and we can change the way that they work. So there we go. We've got really extreme trims. That might be where we have to be just to have all the middle channel positions where we need them to be. And I will keep them like that. And then when I'm at the desk, I'll put it into sim. And it won't work because, bear with me, we need to make sure, of course, that this is using its own trim, and you can even set them by individual. There we go. So here we are in normal, we're at the field. We have to have the trims out of whack in order for it to all be leveled because it's freezing cold and our electronics are freezing. And then back at the desk, we can have everything at 50%, and then back out at the field when we're flying and it's really cold, we can have the two. So Lars, that is how I would do it. I would actually just set yourself up so that you have a couple of flight modes, use one to store the trims that's needed for when you're on your simulator, and one for when you're flying normally at the field, and that'll save you having to try and keep track of them while you're playing about. Thank you for spending your time today watching that video. You can find me in all the usual places on social media, and if you're trying to learn about a subject, then check out the playlist. All of my videos are organized into easy to follow playlists that if you're trying to learn a topic will take you from the basics right the way through to some pretty advanced stuff.